The observation deck of the Galactic Council's flagship hummed with nervous energy as Ambassador Daisy Chen stood before the translucent viewing screen, her fingers drumming against the titanium railing. Behind her, the council chamber stretched across 3 levels, filled with representatives from 47 species, each more alien than the last. The humans grow to comfortable, chittered Zextal, the Viridian High Councillor, his crystalline body refracting the starlight into rainbow patterns across the chamber. 3 centuries of peace have made them soft, compliant, perfect citizens. Daisy's jaw tightened, but she maintained her diplomatic composure. Humanity had joined the Galactic Council 187 years ago, after first contact had revealed a universe teeming with advanced civilizations. The Council had welcomed Earth with open appendages, offering technology, protection, and prosperity. In return, humans had agreed to the Council's one fundamental law: abandon all warfare, surrender all weapons, embrace eternal peace. It had seemed like paradise. Humanity had flourished under the Council's guidance, spreading across dozens of worlds, integrating into galactic society. War became a distant memory, studied only in history archives. The predatory instincts that had driven humanity's evolution were suppressed, redirected into art, sport, and intellectual pursuits. Ambassador Chen, Zextal continued, his voice carrying the harmonic resonance that passed for politeness among his kind. Your species has proven admirably adaptable. So adaptable, in fact, that we've decided to relocate humanity to the preservation zones. Daisy's blood ran cold. Preservation zones? Those are reservations for primitive species, not primitive, corrected Councillor Murren Th. A gaseous being contained within an elegant pressure suit. Endangered. Humanity has become so peaceful, so dependent on Council protection, that we fear you've lost the essential spark that makes a species viable. You've forgotten how to struggle, how to fight, how to survive. This is absurd, Daisy protested, her voice rising. Humanity is thriving. We contribute to galactic science, culture, economy. You contribute what we allow you to contribute. Zextal interrupted. In truth, humanity has become a pet species, domesticated. We've decided it's kinder to preserve you in controlled environments than watch your slow decline into irrelevance. The other councillors murmured their agreement, a cacophony of alien sounds that translated through Daisy's neural implant as unanimous consent. The decision had already been made. Humanity would be relocated, restricted, reduced to a curiosity for other species to observe. Daisy's hands trembled, not with fear, but with something else, something old and buried deep. You have 7 solar cycles to prepare your people, Zextal declared. This session is concluded. Kai Martinez received the news in his quarters aboard the human colony ship Persistence, orbiting the garden world of New Horizon. As head of colonial security, a largely ceremonial position in an era without threats, he'd spent his career managing minor disputes and coordinating emergency responses to natural disasters. Now, reading Daisy's encrypted message, something ancient stirred in his chest. They want to cage us, he muttered, his knuckles white as he gripped the datapad. Around him, his small team gathered, their faces reflecting the same growing realization. What do we do? Asked Lieutenant Sarah Wong, her voice steady despite the tremor in her hands. Kai looked up, and in his eyes burned something the galaxy hadn't seen from humanity in 3 centuries. We remind them what we are. The word spread through human settlements like wildfire through dry grass. Not through official channels the Council monitored those, but through ancient methods, whispers, coded messages, face-to-face conversations. Humanity had been stripped of its weapons, but not its ingenuity, not its memory. In shipyards across human space, workers began subtle modifications to civilian vessels. Agricultural drones were reprogrammed. Mining equipment was retooled. Scientists dusted off forbidden archives, ancient texts from before the peace. When humanity had clawed its way to the top of Earth's food chain through determination, cunning, and an unwillingness to accept defeat. When the Council's enforcement fleet arrived at New Horizon 3 weeks early, expecting compliant refugees, they found something else entirely: unknown energy signatures, reported the Viridian tactical officer aboard the enforcement flagship. Human vessels are They're armed. Zextal materialized on the bridge, his crystalline form rigid with disbelief. Impossible. We confiscated all human weapons centuries ago, not weapons. Kai's voice crackled across the comm channel, broadcasting on all frequencies. Tools, you took our guns and bombs, Counselor, but you left us our minds, our hands, our will to survive. The Council fleet found themselves facing converted colony ships bristling with improvised weapons. Mining lasers refocused into cutting beams. Magnetic accelerators repurposed from cargo systems. Fusion reactors overcharged to dangerous levels. It wasn't sophisticated humanity had forgotten much. In 3 centuries of peace, but it didn't need to be. The Council species had never evolved as predators. They developed in low-competition environments, achieving intelligence through cooperation and social complexity. The concept of coordinated aggression was foreign to them, something they studied academically but never truly understood. Humanity, descended from persistence hunters who once chased prey to exhaustion across African plains, understood it in their DNA. The first engagement lasted 17 minutes. The Council fleet, designed for policing compliant populations, retreated in disarray after 3 ships were disabled by weapons that shouldn't have existed. Aboard the Persistence, Daisy stood beside Kai on the command deck, watching the Council fleet withdraw. She felt no joy in the violence, only a grim satisfaction. "They'll be back," she said quietly. "With a real military force. Let them come," Kai replied, his voice carrying the weight of 300 years of suppressed evolution. "They wanted to preserve humanity. Instead, they've reminded us what we are, what we've always been." Across human space, the awakening continued, not just of weapons and tactics, but of something deeper. The predator instinct that had carried humanity from caves to stars wasn't gone. It had only been sleeping. And the Galactic Council had made a fatal mistake. They'd assumed that 3 centuries of peace had changed human nature. They'd forgotten that apex predators don't lose their edge. They merely wait for the right moment to bear their teeth. In the observation deck of the Council flagship, Zextal watched the human ships hold their position, neither advancing nor retreating, and felt something his species rarely experienced: fear. They had tried to domesticate humanity. Instead, they'd accidentally reminded them how to hunt.